Hey riders, here we go once more. What's going on today, folks? Colin here, Inside Cycling World. Let me just get everything checked out here quickly. Hey, we're on the right page, aren't we? 90or page here. Check it out, folks. Let me just jump in there. What are we looking at today, Thursday, March 6, 2025, starting the March Championship Series here for the Muckers Worldwide Series. Looks like we got 4 routes here. I'm just reading off the top here. First route today looks like just a speed demon one. Kind of downhill. It's just kind of gently rolling downhill. There's just tiny little kicks to go through. You can see here we got a race today. Let's say I'm going to use the Thursday dates because it does technically start on the Wednesday the night before. So March 6th, stage 2 will be the 13th. Stage 3 on the 30th. Stage 4 on the 27th. So if we go to GC right now, you won't see a lot because we're starting a new month. Here's the riders. So you can find out all your information here about the riders. Where are you? Hey, here's Dandy Candy. You see her a lot. M4B. Here's Neil. Thomas Lynn. Scone Cyclist. Who's this guy here? Search for My Music. John Mullet. Haven't seen that guy before. Hans Holm Mueller. Yep, see him all the time. Tony Stadler. So these are the people that are signed up today. And I'm looking at this here too. These are only the people that have actually registered for 90or. I did notice this morning, the last time I looked, I think there was 147 people registered. Let me just jump in there quickly. Over 200 people now, folks. 200 people registered right now. Actually, what I'll do is I'm going to jump out and jump back in, get a quick refresh on it. We got 3 minutes to go. 205 riders, guys. Let me get you set up here properly. What we'll do now is we'll just turn that off. Boom. There we go, folks. I do kind of remember how to do this. I know when I took my little vacation and I kind of slowed down my videos there for a little bit, I was coming back on going, what do I do? I didn't even know where to start. But anyways, we're here, folks. Busy day. Thursday's always crazy busy for me. I'm doing this right now at 11:30. I think it's 1 o'clock, maybe 12:58 or something. I'm doing WTRL TTT over on Zwift. And then I have a bit of a break. And then I think it's at 5 o'clock. I'm doing round 2 of the WTRL TTT. Only because I love it. Team time trial has always been my favorite thing to watch. And I'm doing the Espresso class part 1 and Frappe class part 2. Now, these Espresso dudes are just going to absolutely hammer it. And Espresso class, since it's not Vienna Espresso over there would mean all ladies. The other classes could be all men, could be mixed class. So it's really cool to see these competitors go at it. Oh, Carl Calcagni's here, folks. Level 92. Let's see what he does today. He's warming up at 3 watts a kilo. What's our guess on how long he'll sit in the start chute for? How long will he wait? Let's load up our map. Okay, maps loaded. So think we're in Mallorca here. Yeah, this is Mallorca. It says on the bottom, Petra to Playa de Muro. So we're off to the beach. Do we end right in the beach? I actually like this map here. Looks like it's got some good details to it. Wow, look at all these tiny little farms there. These tiny little farm fields, guys. Here, probably the smallest farm field you're going to get is 160 acres. So half mile by a half mile. More likely, and farmers will have 20 of those. More likely, it's a full section. 640 acres, 1 mile by 1 mile. You want big fields, you run big machinery, it's more efficient. That's how we do it. Okay, let's jump right back over here, folks. I just want to make sure everything's... Yep. Who's that good-looking guy up in that top corner? Not me. I must be talking about someone else. We're on Carlo Calcagni. Everything's recording. Audio's on. I had some problems a couple weeks back with my audio. Let's get in there, folks. We are in. 15 seconds to go, riders. Let's get ready for this. Do a little bit of a schmaltz here. So we got 32.27 kilometers, 210 meters of climbing, and you can just see its little blips all the way. I guess before the third split, there's kind of a little bit more of a kicker there. I'll go back to my map for a second here. Yeah, it's whenever we zoom in, it starts looking kind of rough. Don't like that at all. And got messages coming. Just going to turn my phone off and check this message just in case it's important. No idea who this is. And... sorry about this, guys. I am on the job hunt right now. Name. Okay. Okay, folks. Here we go. Yeah, this is going to be a fast one here. Little rollers, little kicks. I don't think Neil's in this one. And Carlo started out with the group. And wow. Wow. Carlo, have you been listening to me? Carlo, I hope you watch my videos and realize that I'm out to point out your activities. He was riding at 3 watts a kilo. He's just got to dial back to about 5 now. Maybe he's sick of getting disqualified from every ride he enters. But I think he's just going to ride straight to the front and ride off. He's going to ride everyone off his wheel. This is what you call walking the field. He's going to slowly mosey up to the front and look at all these other riders and just say, yeah, dude, I'm the greatest cyclist in the world. I'm Taddy and Jonas combined. Throwing a little bit of Lance Armstrong. Let's just spice it right up, folks. Here we go. Yeah, so here's one of these little bumps here. So yeah, I guess we're starting somewhere. I'm not even sure where we are. Where's Petra in Mallorca? Maybe someone can let me know in the chat. Oh, here come our riders coming back here. Svardsback, Velobuke, Mako, Carrie-Ann Canaba. Good to see Carrie-Ann here. Shunnick's in the mix too. El Roland. They're going to keep a good eye on Carlo today. Niels Burnham's here. Let's just bounce back. I think we see 210. Ooh, Stephanie didn't get started. Unfortunate for Stephanie. Good to see Stephanie back. I know she's been writing some SRC stuff over on MyWhoosh. Stephanie, let us know how that actually is. That's pretty tough riding there. So, we've got 130 riders out there right now. Maybe 131. We'll have a few breakdowns. I'm just looking around here, folks. Okay. Des Dyer. He's always here. Yeah, so I already did a quick workout this morning. And in fact, what I was doing is... let me get back to the front, folks. I was doing route recon. Hey, Roger's here. Hey, Roger, good to see you. I know Roger... was it this weekend, Roger, you were out and about? Out carousing with your buddies? Saw him on Facebook there. Here's Kyle. Kyle, are you on your new shifters right now? Is Kyle on the new shifters? I don't know if he is yet, folks. Hey, Riders, yep. Tootin's here. Hey, guys out there. It's your boy Tootin here, just shaved my legs. And he's hot to race, folks. He's got the shaved legs. Kyle says he may not be able to chat, but he will be watching. Oh, Tootin is a man. He's kind of like multi-purposes as Razor. So he, dulls it down real quick. Tanya's here as well. Tanya Schmidt's in the mix. Hey, Tanya. Okay, that's a weird question there, too, but we'll move on from there. So I think Kyle's saying yes here. So I think he's using his new shifters. So Kyle is gone virtual shifting. So I saw him post a picture. He's got his Zwift cog and click. Something else I didn't think about. You know, we always talk about cassettes. We always talk about chains. Another benefit, Kyle actually had his gear cable break twice last week. So he must have had, like, I'm guessing maybe, I don't know, maybe it broke on either end. Once at the shifter and once at the derailleur. They wear out. They get rusty. They get frayed. With virtual shifting, once you got the clicker, that's all you need. You can just don't even need to replace that cable now. Like, I mean, if you have a dedicated inside riding bike, yeah, why would you fix those gears up? You know, unless maybe you don't like the feel of the clicker. I haven't actually done it yet. I'm still riding purely mechanical here. Even though I do have the Zwift plays, if you can see them here, I just use that for steering and like kind of in-game menu stuff when I'm doing my Zwift stuff. Anyways, folks, Kyle's sitting here in 55th place. Lewis JVR, Laborg, Langskov, level 7, Panrorisi, Antonio Caceres, Spanish rider. We got El Tractor here, Belgian rider, MNH ROUVY, Duckman 2, Tranberg. Here's Stu. Stu's back in the mix. Stu, how is your internet holding up, dude? Stu's putting on some big power here too. Was kicking up to 8 watts a kilo there. Stu basically vanished for a month, folks. That kind of flew by too. He was having horrible issues with his internet. And yeah, it just kind of time flew by, and he's like, yeah, in the last month, I'm like, yeah, I haven't seen Stu forever. I guess his tech said there was like 1,000 disconnects of his internet. It just keeps disconnecting, and even his current rate is not where it should be. Got Mike Hagan here, Eddie Domino, Dave 12, Chorus, Sue Black 72, dude. Ooh, 60-meter gap here up to Kona Blight, and Mako. Jock shoots 37 meters ahead. Carlo, 50 meters ahead of him. And Carlo is not in the leading group here, folks. He is pushing 6 watts a kilo. Let's see how today's going to turn out. What happened to poor Carlo? We got Don Julio up ahead, El Rowan, Umil, Shunik, Batiscum. This has got to be the front group right here, folks. I imagine they're all together here. Got a big group of riders coming the other way. Erland Sundstrom's here. Ooh, Erland might be itching for a win today, folks. So I was back last week. Yeah, it's been kind of a different time for me here, folks. Getting up early every morning. And when I say early, I mean early. Like yesterday morning, I got up at 3 a.m. And there's no nappy poos for Colin. He does not require naps. He just powers through. I mean, by power through, I mean I disappear at 8:15 at night. I came downstairs, fell asleep, but I was wide awake at 11. I actually watched a full movie last night. What did I watch last night on Netflix? I think it was called In the Tall Grass. Kind of Stephen King, and I think Joe Hill, that's his son. Story about people that get lost in this super tall grass and they can't get out. It's kind of right up my alley. I watched the whole thing. So 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm sitting there going, okay, I hope I can fall asleep now. Did, but woke up exhausted. Started the job hunt. Sent out a bunch of random resumes this morning. I don't know, maybe my resume sucks. Maybe that's what it is. Got Shunik at the front here. But yeah, I was so specialized. Ooh, Shunik is in his Polish gear too. He is representing, folks. Velobutte going with him here. So we got the Ukrainian jersey and the Polish jersey. El Rowan coming up next. Carol Susik. Carrie Ann, who, like, yeah, right to the front here. Like, you know, and Erland's going with her. Look at this. The duo are trying to do a breakaway on the front, folks. Carrie Ann, one of the best female cyclists on ROUVY. And you know, guys, I like to point this out. And I hate saying that because someone's always going to say, well, why do you have to say it like that? She's also one of the best cyclists on ROUVY. Like, it's just the way I say it, folks. But yeah, she would blow me out of the water. She blows most men out of the water, folks. She's right up here with the hitters. She doesn't require a special invite either. She doesn't need a box of chocolates to show up and race. She just shows up. Her legs do the talking. and she can smash it. Remember that Alpe d'Huez race where she just passed dude after dude? I loved it, Carrie Ann. It was so good. So good. Let's have a little look here, see what we got in the front group at the moment. Looks like we're talking 25 riders, and it's getting kind of stretched out at the back end. Emil here is just kind of hanging on, getting back with Andy up. Matthias Hale. Paz Jordy coming back up now. Hard to tell here, but there's 16 riders right here. 20 riders. They're just all not being shown right now. I wish we could see some more avatars. They are not the riders up the road. That's another group of cyclists we're catching them on. Grosjean on the front right now. Niels Burnham. Velosports 34 Lattes. Svard. Yeah, looking sharp, guys. Looking good. Let's bounce back a little bit here. See some new names. Who's this? Paris Sanchez, Spanish rider. Up ahead, we got Martin Starr. How do you say that name properly? Is it just Martin? Can I just say Martin? How about that? I always try to put some kind of weird twist on it. Unfortunately, Martin is on just... Ooh, look at that kitty. Just raced across the road. Let's see that kitty again. First, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was some kind of, aggressive badger. But it was just a kitty cat. Racing across the road there, folks. Like I said, I've already done a workout today. Might squeeze in another ride later, too. Watch for the cat. There he goes. Ooh, yeah, he was just scurrying across the road, wasn't he? So yeah, I'm doing team time trial here in a little bit, and it's a route I've never done, so I want to know what the route's all about. So I managed to do a workout. Here's Eddie Domino, Rivaro Rossi. Let's go back and see some of our back of the Packers folks. Hope and God back here, Italian rider, and Bosch. Bosch riding nice, 3 watts a kilo. I wonder if this guy's a late starter here. Possibly a late starter. Stephanie never got out of the chute, so her machine must have had a total meltdown. But yeah, Hope and God here. Bosch bouncing up to Dandy Candy. Okay, Dandy Candy riding just under 2 watts a kilo. Hey, Dandy Candy, where are you from in Canada? Jaco van Portvliet. Portvliet. Dutch rider. Jerry Zelli, JP Zuza, QBA 46, Malenka, Casartelli, Marco Casartelli. Man, does that ever sound Italian, eh? I like that. Rakiba, Goldring, Olesko, ladies rider, folks. Ladies rider here. Oh, you Dutchies. Hein Nuchki? I don't know how to say that. Another note here today, too, folks. Addison and Carson. Addison's my daughter. Her and Carson, who we call Carsois. Carson, do you still watch my videos? You should, man. They're off to Cabo San Lucas today. Off to Cabo. They're on the plane right now, flying down there. So it's kind of like their first... I guess they did Disneyland last year. But Addison's been going to Cabo since she was 6 years old. So it's kind of like our place to go to. Claude, let's just check out here. CP 1973. Claude 1963. Bastian Farr, German rider. Oos. Oh, South African. Oos 1. Des Dyer. Martin 59. Grabik 1988, Poland. We've seen this rider. Sala 80. Nice group of riders here, folks. Nice group here. Javi from the Gur team. Oh, am I wrong about that? Well, maybe. He's decked in different gear. We got Ido Harmon. Sala. Just going to bounce up here. We got Paul C70, Melnez, Michael Turksky, Wokjod, Texas Longhorn, 1984, level 80, legend, dude. Nice job. Gomez, Jazz, Linvey, Mudbug, John Helgate, 66. Wow, there's a lot of riders here. Wilford 740, Jeff King, Rigamito. Actually, it's funny seeing this name Jeff King here. The Iditarod's on right now up in Alaska. And you guys know I used to be heavy into sled dogs. I never raced the Iditarod myself, but I watched it just like I used to watch the Tour de France. Wave to these cyclists going by. Hey, guys. And Jeff King, I think he was a 5-time winner. He spells it Jeff. I think he's retired now, but he still runs dogs, puts on tours and stuff like that. But yeah, so the Iditarod is running right now. Modified course this year. I don't think they had enough snow in certain areas, which is very common up there. This is not global warming or climate change. There's a place up there called The Burn. There was a huge fire there years ago. It's been around the whole time. Yeah, phone calls coming in. No idea. 587. Yeah, that could be anyone. Who knows? Please leave a message. There was a huge fire up there, and it's just an area where they don't get a lot of snow in the interior. That's what they call it, the interior. So guys are running their dog teams through there. 16, 18 dogs. Back in the original Iditarod, I don't think there was a dog limit. People were running like strings of 24 dogs. Like, that's insane. Insane. I've run a string of 20 dogs on a quad, like a, four-wheeler, ATV with a helper. So I've got someone there to hold the brake. 20 dogs with a sled, that's a death wish. It's an absolute death wish, folks. But anyways, yeah, Jeff King, famous Iditarod dog musher. Marco Filippi, Rigamito, Paul 55, Yulbo, Kogaro, Ghost Killer, John P. Orp, Lyndon 65, Vince LPS, Alex BWCC, that must be his team name. He's Irish rider. Campinos, Portuguese. Stevie 001. Arno shooting level. Wow, Arno's level 30 now. I think Arno's putting in some time on the bike, folks. Arno's putting some time in. Shivigs 00, Norwegian rider. Gabriel V82. E. Chavez Steve 68. Suniva, ladies rider. Fail, Sneller. Crowdochul. Here's Roger. Haven't seen Roger on our Muckers race for a while. Must be good timing for him. Val RDZ. Dr. Martin. David 1951. Level 83 rider. Sebas VD Hort. Stelvio bound. He's always bound for the Stelvio, folks. Wolfman. Jolos. Flitzbogen 79 German. Dima 101 new. Here's Perez Gur. It must be a Gur rider. Hoppy the Rocket, Farnham Club rider. Jolos, this guy hasn't changed his name yet. You can do that now. Manual 1303. Ginger Jitters. We missed Peretti here. So we got Peretti. Here's Kyle. Still sitting in about the same place. He was 55th earlier. He's got a good group ahead of him. Mikey, Laborg, El Tractor, Iron Sand 73. Langskov, Moroga, Pan Marisi, MNH ROUVY, Antonio Casera, ROUVY Brian, Louis JVR from South Africa. Here's Paris Sanchez, Martin, Duckman 2, Jake Schultz, Ratim, Rivero Rossi, Big John Rides, Kona Blight. Okay, so some of those riders that were getting stranded earlier are now getting into their own little groups. We're getting to the front, folks. Dugas, Don Mateo. Ooh, Don Mateo's further back than I thought he'd be. Maybe he's just on a different training regimen these days. Usually he's right at the tip of the spear, folks. Chorus. Tranberg. Mike Hagan. Here's Mike Hagan. Canadian. Mako. Sue Black 72. Oh, look at this guy. Co-King. Akoval. So some of these guys were in that original front group and they've just kind of fallen out. Matthias Hale. Ludwig DB. Svard. Velosport 34. Now we're going to jump up to that very, very front group and see what's left. 19 riders left up there. Paz Jordy's the first one out the back. Probably too flat for Paz Jordy here with his small, lightweight, 49 kilogram frame, folks. He cannot generate enough power to keep up on the flats. M4B. Now, here we are, folks. Front 18 riders. M4B, Grosjean, Carrie-Anne, Wyverns. This guy's new here. Level 38 rider, George, SpongeBob, SquarePants. Is that his name? SpongeBob? Yeah, I don't know. Never seen the show, actually. Just seen the character. Wyverns, Grosjean, Carlo. So Carlo's back in with this group. He's keeping it under 6 watts a kilo for you folks. This is totally recovery ride for him. You know, pushing 400 watts. This is probably like zone 2 for Carlo right now. Stefan 793, Erland, Gil Madiel. And guys, if it's your first time to the channel, my name's Colin. Inside Cycling World. I like to joke around about Carlo all the time because his numbers are just way out of whack. I do know what I'm talking about half the time. I'm not as dumb as I look. Let's go, riders. Let's go. We're going to jump into the chat now that we're back to the front, folks. Okay. View is not good. Okay, so who's TR Play? TR Play. View is not good. Are you saying the stream? If the guys, if the stream's not streaming super well, just give it some time. It'll upload in HD quality. I do all my streams in HD. You're probably only seeing an SD stream right now. Once the video is done, it will be formalized in SD, and then it can take 12, 14 hours for it to get uploaded fully to YouTube. Okay, Ruben's saying horrible route for racing, no avatars and constant braking coming up. Ooh, okay, well, we'll see what's going on there. Yeah, a lot of the avatars disappear. Like there should be like a big group of 18 riders here, and at times I'm seeing 6. Especially when I know there's riders out front. Like I'm on Batiscum right now, which is the rider in the blue here. I don't see all 9-10 riders ahead of them. If we bounce back even further, you know, you can see it. Yeah, with these cars and that, the avatars are gonna like ghost out, dematerialize, so that avatars aren't riding through the cars. Like there, you just saw it happen right there. These riders are gonna ride into the back of that van. Hey, just wave them through. Did you see that? So that guy was out, you know, just going for a little country ride. He saw the camera car behind him, or the camera bike. So yeah, maybe not ideal, this one. Okay, just trying to catch up here. Okay, okay. Julie's here. Oh, Julia, Slow Bike. Hey, Slow Bike. Hey guys, Julia's one of my, proud to say it, one of my supporters on Inside Cycling World over at Buy Me a Coffee. So hey Julia, good to see you. Watching while doing dinner prep. I ride in the early AM hours. I never get to ride these big races. Yeah, Ruben's saying here, wait for City Center, it gets worse. Yeah, anytime, guys, that's something good to, let's just talk about that for a little bit. Anytime you're riding in one of these towns with lots of cars and stuff, just be prepared. Avatars will disappear all the time, especially when you get stuck behind vehicles. So whoever's filming this, I don't know if it was done on a car, a bike, a moped, scooter, who knows. They'll be like coasting behind it, but the avatars are ahead of this camera crew, let's just call them that. And as they get close to a vehicle ahead of them, the avatars just want to disappear. And and at times too, when you've got all these turns and stuff, it's gonna be weird looking at times. It's just something you kind of have to get used to. But yeah, Ruben, you're right. Here's Stefan right here. That's why Tanya's watching. Carlo Calcagni making his way to the front, folks. Look out, everyone. Get ready for the 8 watt per kilo nuke bomb drops. Yeah, so there's going to be lots of little corrections and stuff like that here. Anytime a vehicle gets nearby, these avatars will probably start disappearing. You'll see the left ones always disappearing, but if we get close to cars, you're going to see the right ones go too. And lots of slow ups and slow downs. So Ruben, you are 100% correct. Probably not the super ideal course. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's something they need to think about, like when people are making videos, if you can, and you're going to be going through towns. And I know it's hard to do, guys. And everyone appreciates the effort that the camera dudes put in. Do it at a time when there's not a lot of traffic like this, where you're getting stopped. Because if there's not, and there's no traffic out, then the avatars aren't going to disappear as easy. Again, that all comes down to timing of the day, what's going on in the world. Let's take a look at where we are here. Yeah, so we just came through that town. It looks like Santa Margalida. Yeah, that town, we just came through it. Got a few nice groups here. So again, we've only got 13 riders in our front group. 12. Nope, 13. Gil Mattio's still there. 13 riders in the front group. Nils Burnham finds himself with Wyverns and SpongeBob here. So you got 3 riders together here. Bouncing back almost 200 meters to El Roland and M4B. 370 back to Svard. So these are the survivors of the first break. He's with Velo Sports 34 Lattes, Paz Jordy, Ludwig DB, Sublak 72's there as well. So originally it was about 26. They're just getting like frittered down to nothing. Who's going to get shelled out next? Couple of bumps coming up. Take a look at the split on the bottom of the screen there. It's the second split on this one. We got kind of a nice little kick before and after. Could be some attacks there. Could be some attacks there, folks. And after that little kick, the second one, we're probably 75% into the race. It's pretty much downhill all the way outside of a couple of minor bumps. Someone might go on a tear at that point there. That person might be Carlo Calcagni, folks, if we're lucky. Get to witness the man in action himself, the legend himself. Carlo's really holding back right now. He's with mere mortals, so he will have to hold back here at this point, folks. Really, his power is way lower than what you'd normally see it. Thank you, Carlo. Thank you for riding somewhat realistically. Looks more real today anyways. So yeah, busy times are in here, folks. Busy times. Spring is in the air. It's warm every day. I think it did hit -9 last night, which doesn't even feel cold. It's above 0 every day now, so we get some nice summer weather. Yeah, it's 4 degrees Celsius right now. That feels great. And we're heading to 6 degrees. Check out Saturday, 12 degrees Celsius, folks. There's always snow in the forecast, but it'll be gone in no time. As long as it's not -30, I'm good. Stefan 793 going to the front. Okay, Velobuke, Carol, Bear Remy, Stefan Schmidt, Carrie Ann. Actually, I did want to look at this riders. Let's see how many ladies we have in the race. Seeing a few. Let's say we're gonna have 6 ladies in this race. That's my guess. Ladies. Ooh, we got 9. Although we only have 8 because Stephanie didn't get off the start chute. She had a mechanical there. Yep. User, Dandy Candy, Malenka. I think I remember seeing all those names. Okay, cool. 8 ladies on board. Let's take a little bounce back. Check out some of the races. JP Souza here. Level 4. Being pursued by Jaco van Poortvliet. Both on the ROUVY bike. It's probably about all they can afford right now. You got to get your gold coins, folks. Get your gold coins. Dandy Candy back here. Ooh, Mudbug's broken down. Hoss. Okay, let's go back up. Here's the second big group on the road. Svard, L. Roland, M4B, Paz Jordy, Velo Sports. Another 115 back. We got Mako, Dave 12, Mateus Hale, Don Mateo. Mike Hagen's there as well. This front 18, but we know it's not even 18 anymore. Ooh, take a look at this. 7, 8 riders up front. Bear Remy, Grosjean. Okay, they're coming back together. Just kind of getting stretched out a little bit. Kind of like rubber banding outwards, folks. Stefan 793, Carrie Ann, Gil Mayo. We're down to 13. The bubble says 18, but we know there's 5 riders behind them. Carrie Ann sitting on the back right now, pushing 5 watts a kilo, folks. Here's that first bump. What's going to happen here? First bump, this is kind of like, I think, one of the last two places you can attack. This bump, and there's one more coming. This one's steeper than the next one. Ooh, yeah, Erlin's going off the front, hitting 9, 10, 11 watts a kilo. Bear Remy, 10.5 watts a kilo. Shunnick's trying to get over the top first and make a move and get away. Because it will be downhill to the next one. They're going to probably roll right through the next one. Tice right on the front here, folks. About a 2% false flat downhill here, folks. They do have a bit of grab. We got 3 riders on the front, 7 meters back. These riders will start coming back together. Did anyone slip out the back? Carlo not. No way. Carol's there. Stefan's there. Ooh, we've got riders slip out the back, folks. Okay, so the 12 we had, we're down to 9. Down to 10. Stefan 793. We lost Stefan Schmidt, Carrie Ann, and Grosjean on that one bump. Those 3 riders were right there. And no. Oh, look at this. Grosjean and Carrie Ann are together right here. Stefan is solo in between. He's solo in between. They attacked him. They saw he had the double discs. They put in the attack. He's got the heavier wheels here. Looks like Stefan's riding pretty easy right now. Is he waiting for the ones behind him? He knows he's probably not. He won't be able to bridge up now. That would be like a Herculean effort. But he could wait for Carrie Ann and Grosjean. Let's see what happens, how that develops. Oh, more damage with this next bump here, folks. More damage with the next bump. Carlo, here it is right here, folks. Carlo Calcagni on the front, 7-8 watts a kilo. Gil Matteo's there. Velo Buke. Yeah, they're all keeping a good eye on Carlo here. They're like, dude, double discs? Nah, not today, bro. Not today. Erlen's back at the front too. Tice. Stefan 793. Ooh, Stefan's just out the back. Dude. He's a level 85 rider, folks. Can he bring this back? It's a 40-meter gap now. Ooh, this is going to be so hard to do, dude. So hard. Like, what do you do at this point? He's probably right on the edge. He's like, if I go any harder, I'm going to completely puke everywhere. I'm just going to dial it back. I think he's just dialing it back now. I mean, that 40 meters went to 90 meters in the time I've been talking. So he's going to be riding solo now as well. 200 meters back, we got Stefan, Carrie-Anne, Grosjean. You know, sometimes it's just a matter of holding on as long as you possibly can. Up front, we got our 9 riders. Bear Remy, Shunik, Batiscum, Erlen, Gil Matteo, Tice, Kirill Suzik, Carlo Calcagni. Now, Carlo's on the double discs, going downhill here, folks. 7 watts a kilo. No one else is even in that realm of possibility for power right now, folks. Everyone else is kind of doing, you know, recovery 2, 3, up to 4 watts a kilo, trying to get the power going. Carlo just starts riding away. Oh, Carlo, why do you do this to us? Why do you do this, dude? Why? This is insanity. Absolute insanity. Okay. Yeah, chat's pretty quiet. That's good to let me focus on this. So, yeah, everyone behind, you know, they've beaten themselves up that hill. They're coming down the other side. And, you know, I like what I'm seeing here, actually. Carlo, just go blow yourself to oblivion here, because I think everyone else knows that you interfere with the races. So these guys are all sticking together now. No one's chasing you, getting a tow, getting a draft from you. I like this. I've seen this happen in other races over on other platforms where there'll be people that everyone knows. And the riders that know get upset when they see someone that doesn't know chasing after these guys, because it totally impacts the race. ROUVY, if you don't think this guy impacts the races, like, come on, head shake time. Be pretty easy to ban people. I mean, because there will be someone that will chase him. But these guys here, Erlen, Carroll, Shunik, Velobuk, these guys have been around long enough to know that he gets the Sofake award. And looks like they're all saying, okay, fine, go ahead. We're going to stick together back here, because the race is really with these guys. Carlo will not get any points. 100% guaranteed, because with his current power average, ROUVY will disqualify him. And we know that there's an upper end limit, power output 5 watts per kilo average in the Muckers Worldwide Series. That's a rule implemented by the Muckers themselves. I like the rule so that, you know, we're going to kind of keep the playing field somewhat level. We don't need Tour de France winners showing up here to show us how good they are. You know, I mean, I guess if guys want to race really hard and really good, there probably needs to be another race series on top. It takes a lot of effort putting a race series together, guys. It takes a lot of time and effort. We all know that. So Carlos, like I said, he's off to the races, and then we've got this group back here. Here's the real race, folks. Fake race up front, real race back here. Gil Matteo, Erlen, Velobuk, Shunik, Bear Remy, Kirill Suzik, and Batiscum. So we've got 8 riders pursuing, 1 out front. Stefan 793 riding solo. Ooh, this is going to be interesting here. Stefan 793, he's playing the game now. He's like, nah, I don't want to be caught. I want this 10th spot. But there's 3 fast movers behind him. We got Stefan Schmidt, Carrie-Anne Cannabog, and Grosjean. All right here, folks. So Stefan's on this little game. The other Stefan is on this little game of can I stay away? It's going to come down quick. So my guess is that they're going to come back together. I think Stefan 793. I think he probably end up just like needing a lung transplant afterwards, trying to stay away from these 3. So maybe we're going to see a 4-up sprint there as well. Back to the front. Carlo's got a 300-meter gap right now. riding 6 watts a kilo all the way. After 33 minutes, he's still riding 6 watts a kilo. That just shows you his impressive power. Hope you guys all get a kick out of that, of my sarcasm. Okay. Doing that. Yeah, so pretty terrible night of sleep again for me. I didn't have enough the night before. I went to bed early, woke up, the cat was bugging me. But I got my ride in early. I need to ride early. That's the only way I can do it. This riding late in the day stuff does not work for me. So I have to ride early. And today I've got 3 live streams scheduled. These 2 back to back. And I got another team time trial, one later today. Ooh, some good numbers at the front here, folks. Tice pushing 7 to 8 watts a kilo here. At the front. Ooh, trying to put some damage into the back end here. They are stretched out a little bit here. Gil just hanging off the back here. He's going to have to really accelerate now to get back on. 10 watts a kilo out of Gil here. He's back on. Sees Bear Remy's wheel here. Back in the mix, folks. Shunik, Batiscum, Velobuke, Carol Susik, Tice, Erland Sundstrom. Whatever Erland's feeling today. You know, a little while back. Was it back in... Wow, I can't even remember if it was December or January. Wow, my life is flying by, folks. When I thought Erland won the race, and he didn't. I think he lost it to Batiscum, just the way ROUVY displays things. And then he came back with a vengeance and won the next week, I think it was. That was really cool to see. Carlo just set at 6, sets the power output to 6 watts a kilo, and just lets it do its thing, folks. There's no effort here for him. No effort whatsoever. This morning, I caught a little bit of live streaming action. You guys probably know him. If you don't, you should. His name's Hayden Pucker. He's from the States. He's a Sunday Race Club rider over on MyWhoosh. He will be at Zwift Games this weekend. That's Elite Racing. Actually, Zwift Games is community and Elite Racing. So I already took part in Stage 1 of Zwift Games. Whatever. 69th out of 120 some people. I don't know what I did. But the Elites race on the weekends. It's all live streamed on GCN. Hey GCN, if you need me to step in, if everyone gets a sore throat, everyone gets a little tickle in their throat, frog in their throat, you can call me on in. I'm always willing to work remote. Maybe we can get some more, I don't know, North American sound people into the stream instead of all the the people from the UK. And I'm allowed to say that because I was born there. I love when people say that. Yeah, but I'm allowed to say that because my great-great-great-great-grandfather was born there. One of those, right? Yeah, but I'm allowed to say that because my uncle is part whatever, right? You know what I'm saying. I like to say it too. So yeah, I'll be watching all that. But yeah, Hayden Pucker was on. Listen to a podcast this morning too. That dude has an FTP of 505 watts. 505 watts. Like, think about that. He would just take Carlo and just snap his neck. The dude is a beast. He's a young dude. He's sticking with esports. There's a few good podcasts about him. You guys should learn about him. So yeah, he races Sunday Race Club. And in this podcast, which one was it on? I think it was the MyWhoosh podcast. They said there's probably only 2 people in the world with an FTP over 500. Filippo Ganna and Hayden Pucker. He just makes it look so easy. He's kind of a bigger dude. And when I say big, I mean he's probably like 80-something kilograms. But like, he's not heavy, but just a powerful young dude. And, he went, I guess he was riding. He did a ton of riding when he first started out. Carlo just dominating at the front, folks. He's got the e-bike set to 6 watts a kilo. Nice job, dude. Then we got Gil Matteo back here, Carol Susik. When I see these guys putting out, half to a third of his power, you know what's legit and you know what isn't, right? These guys are all getting rested up, recovering for the final sprint. And Carlo just walks the field. Like, just gadoosh. So what I would be doing, if this was a video game, someone like this would get like a 2-week ban. Like, dude, enough cheating, enough exploiting. Well, okay, We'll reel it back for a second. Sometimes people are cheating. They don't know they're cheating. Like, they honestly don't know. They're kind of like just, maybe there's not enough up top. Or they just don't understand the technology. They don't understand that they need to calibrate their machines once in a while. Guys, unless you're dropping top dollar on your trainer, you need to calibrate it. There's this thing called heat drift, and a lot of machines suffer from it. Even some better high quality machines, they will suffer from heat drift. As they get hot, the power numbers start drifting all over the place. I lucked out. Tacx Neo doesn't suffer from heat drift. It's a totally different system. That's why when Elite Racing got canceled on Zwift, Tacx Neo had nothing to do with it. It was the other machines that suffered from it. Ooh, got some numbers going off here now. This makes sense to me now. These guys are starting to push harder and harder here. Look at this. Gil Matteo and Tice at the front. They've caused a 10-meter gap back to Velobuke, Shunnick, Carroll, Batiscum, Erland, and Bear Remy. These guys are all still there, though. These guys aren't getting away. There's no way they will let them get away here. So Carlo will cross the finish line by himself. We'll watch these 8 come in. I'll try to call the sprint as best I can. Very difficult to do. Again, here we're seeing a lot of avatars disappearing on us. If we go back to Carroll here. Okay, now we're seeing them. Yeah, so again, when you're near cars, the avatars start to disappear. So that it makes sense. They don't want the avatar driving in through the car. You know, that it's the only way you can do it. The car is what it is. It's there. But you can see here, it looks like Tice is just dematerializing on the left-hand side of the road. He's gone again. Where is he? Where? Okay, so that's Batiscum. Where's Tice? Okay, there he is there now. Shunnick on the back here. Ready for a big sprint. Ooh, this is going to be a nasty one, folks. We're only 1.1 kilometers to the finish right now. Carlo Calcagni, he's just turning the battery down a little bit. He's probably only going to run in about 30% battery power left on the e-bike. Yeah, just ban him. Just ban him. Come on, ROUVY. I know you don't watch my videos. Oh, look at this. 0. Battery replacement, folks. Just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, so, I mean, sometimes people don't realize their machines are so out of whack. They're using a machine that was built in 2014. It's garbage. You need to replace your equipment, dude, or something. Look at this, 0 watts a kilo. Like what kind of game is this? What kind of game is this, folks? Is he gonna let them catch up? Is he gonna coast to the finish? He's still there. He's still there. Wow. I mean, what game is this? Like, I'm just gonna see if I can coast to the finish. I'm so far ahead of them. Dude, not cool. Not cool at all. Here goes Erland. 12 watts a kilo here now, folks. Erland's going for it. I just had a good feeling about Erland today, too. I had a good feeling about him. When he's on, he's on. When I saw Carrie in there, Tice coming up fast, though. Tice coming up at 11 watts a kilo here. Gets past Erland. Looks like second place. Erland third place. Batiscum fourth. Gil Matteo fifth. Shunnick would have been in there. Looks like Bear Remy was on the back end of that group there. Kirill Susik would have been wedged in. Ooh. Shunnick had problems. Wonder if Shunnick had a disconnect there. Very unfortunate. I was thinking Shunnick would have been 7th or 8th. I just didn't see his name. Carrie Ann leading the next group in. She's with Stefan 793. Ah, here it is. So the 3 riders did catch Stefan 793, and I think he let them catch him. It would have been very hard to stay away, but they're all back together now. 3.5, 4 watts a kilo out of everyone here, folks. 750 meters to go. Let's go, riders. Let's go. Coming up to the finish. 650 to go. Check this for a second. Okay, we're okay now. Moving in, folks. Moving in. So this will be for what will this be? For 10th through 13th place here. And what I'm going to do today, folks, is I'm going to go right till 12:30. So I'll put an hour stream in because I think my next stream is at 12:45. Actually, it's probably 12:58, but it'll give me a bit of chance to cool down. So around this little roundabout, we hit this side street and they're off, folks. Stefan 793 just peaked at 10 watts a kilo. Stefan Schmidt chasing him. He's got a gap though. Look at Carrie Ann coming in here. Carrie Ann coming in 8 watts per kilo. Gets past Stefan Schmidt. Grosjean will be the 4th rider to cross here to this group. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff there. Carrie Ann, you rock. You rock, lady. Villa Sports 34 Lattes coming in with Wyverns. Andy up. Andy's been putting some quality time in on the bike. Andy up here, 10.5 watts a kilo. I think Andy's cycling game has like gone up like 50% since last year. Wow, great job, guys. Look at this. 20 riders just finished there. At least. Ludwig DB, I'm going to guess, might have been in that group, maybe just fell out the back. Or took off from this group. So Ludwig's going to finish in 28th. So yeah, probably 20 riders finished in that group right there. We had Carlo by himself, 8 in the front group, 4 in the second group. Yeah, maybe 14 riders finished in that group. Let's check these out. Here comes Umil Tranberg's coming through like a freight train. Choo choo. SpongeBob's coming in next, folks. SpongeBob's trying to catch Tranberg. Great stuff. Okay, we got Dave 12 here, Mike Hagan. 2 riders coming in together. Okay. Oh, that mouse is driving me nuts right now. It got a sticky button on it. Mike Hagan, fellow Canadian. We are living in the realm of tariffs right now, folks. I am not happy about it. It's just, I don't know. Like, okay, we don't need that. Yeah, I don't need to do this. Yeah, whatever. I hate antivirus renewal stuff. Like, so stupid. I always get a notification right in the middle of the ride. So we're at about 45 minutes in total here. Dave 12 lighting it up, hitting 7 watts a kilo here. Mike Hagan following strong. Mike Hagan coming through, folks. Reacts at the perfect time. We'll take 33rd place. Ooh, look at this. 6, 7 more riders came through right there. So the riders behind there were hunting them down the whole time. El Tractor, Iron Sand 73, Duckman 2, ROUVY Brian. Okay, so that's the deal, guys. We're going to go to the hour stream. Who would have been calling me here? Do I recognize this phone number? No, probably just some kind of scam number. You know, some fake thing. You've missed a parcel. Please enter all your personal ID here. And people do it. Okay, so guys, this group here, 700 meters to go, riders. 700 meters to go. Ding, ding, ding. Let's go. Bang, bang time, folks. El Tractor, Belgian rider here, leading out the pack. Panama Risi, Iron Sand, ROUVY Brian, Rivero Rossi. Okay, that's a name I haven't seen yet today. Martin. It's just Martin now. I'm not trying to make it sound cool. I'm not trying to make it sound Dutch. Just Martin. That's the way we should have it, folks. Martin's at the front now, folks. Just kind of rolling through. 300 meters to go. Someone's going to light up any second right after the roundabout. Let's see where they light it up. Okay, Arvaro's trying to get away right now. Yeah, as soon as you're through the roundabout, everyone starts going. Arvaro, Duckman, Iron Sand coming through next. Panroar, Risi, 8 watts a kilo, folks. Who else is going to come through here? And you guys can see this. El Tractor was pushing 9 at the finish, folks. Let me bounce back. We got another group here. It looks like we got 3 riders. We got Luis, JVR, Antonio Caceres, and NH ROUVY. Because I've only got to deal with 3 riders here, but there's riders coming up behind them. So what's going to happen here is you're going to see these 3 finish, and as I'm in the start chute, you're going to see 8, 9, 10 riders come in right behind them. Guys, world's best energy drink, Tang. Trust me. We had a discussion about that in the GRC Discord yesterday. All sugar, add your own salt, boom, you're done. Costs you a fraction of the cost of those energy drinks and energy gels. Yeah. When you're El Cheapo like me, MNH ROUVY leading this group into 3. I mean, some of those energy gels people are taking, they're like $5 a crack. Ooh, there's all those other dudes coming in I was just talking about. Jack Schulis, there's Peretti coming in. We got a group of 10 here. Mikey73. Mikey, dude, I haven't talked to this guy forever. Mikey73 or 60th place. So yeah, I think it's Mikey73. Yeah, this is the guy that's somewhere way back in time we might have crossed paths in Calgary. Kind of have the same background story. His father was an oil and gas engineer. What we would call a petroleum engineer here. I forget who he said he worked for. Yeah, just small world, right? Like him and his, I mean, he lived there in the 80s. My mom lived there afterwards, but they lived in side-by-side communities in Calgary. And he talked about the old ski hill. He learned to ski, and he says, "Oh, it's not there anymore. It's still there. It's called Pascapoo, and I've mentioned it in the past. It's a little ski hill on the east side of Calgary. Like it's really nothing for skiing. But for the Olympics, Ginger Jitter's coming in 61st place. They renamed it Canada Olympic Park, and they made the ski jumps there. It still exists. The Pascapoo ski hill, whatever you want to call it, is still in the same spot. It's been modified a lot over the years, though. Actually, I don't even know if the ski jumps are still there. I mean, Calgary hosting the Winter Olympics, like especially the ski jump, it was in Calgary. 62nd place here for Kyle. And that Pascapoo ski hill gets bombarded by winds, like strong winds, like 60 to 100k an hour winds. You got guys up there trying to ski jump. Remember Eddie the Eagle? Oh yeah, that dude was awesome. Eddie the Eagle, was he? I think he was English. Yeah, he was an English ski jumper with Coke bottle glasses. I don't even know how he saw what he was doing out there, but he did it. We loved him. That was the 1988 Calgary Winter Olympics. We'll probably never have them again. We do have a really good speed skating center here. Certain things are great here, but ski jumping, not there. It should have been out in the mountains where it's colder and no Chinook wind effects here. Group of riders come here. Suneva's coming in 75th place. Bounce back again. Fleetsbogen 79. Okay, we're at 1220, folks. 1220. Yeah, so call Pascapoo because there actually is a rock formation here called the Pascapoo. Paskapoo. As in poo. Pascapoo. It's a rock formation, and it's rich with fossils, marine fossils. You're not going to find any dinosaurs or pterodactyls in it. But a lot of like what we call bivalves. Think of a clam. That's a bivalve. All different species, things like that. Maybe echinoderms, possibly some types of ammonites. Those are the curled up ones that looks like a snail shell, an ammonite. They get they don't always get this, but they can get that really cool, kind of like almost like mother of pearl look, although it's better. It's almost like opal. Some you just find that are just chunks of rock, but you can see the total shape. I've got a few of them kicking around upstairs that I collected in the field myself. 76th place when I used to be a geologist. 77th, Wolfman. 78th, Alex. You know what's funny, guys? Okay, here's Alex BWCC, Irish rider, rocking the Team GRC jersey. We got to keep a spotlight on this guy right here, dude. Dude. Get it, man. These two are finishing nicely together. I've done so many different things since I was a geologist. I kind of had I think that's why I haven't been sleeping well. I just had the realization, I really thought about it a lot last night as I was sitting up alone by myself, that I've been out of my field for coming up on 7 years. So I have to just give up. Like, I'm giving up. I will probably never... Having said that, I did apply for a geology job this morning, hoping that some dude will go, hey, yeah, this guy's got a lot of experience and this and that, but we can only hire young people nowadays. That's what's going to happen, so... But yeah, I just need to give up. Give up, accept reality, take it as it is, washed up, burnt out. Yeah. Sitting up by yourself at night, wondering about your life. But anyways, folks, where are we at now? Ghost Killer coming in. Ghost Killer's coming in now. Lyndon 65, Stevie C 68. Don't worry, folks. I will recover from this. I'm just trying to find something different to do that'll keep my brain working a little bit. I'm actually bored to death sitting at home. Bored to death. I can still do all the cycling videos. I usually get up at 4 a.m. So even if I have an early starting job, like at 6 a.m., I can still get a nice bike ride in. And make videos later in the day, make videos on the weekends. There's lots of opportunities. 88th place here, Rigamito, Portuguese rider. Pursued by, another Canadian. You'll bow. How are the terrorists treating you, dude? How are the terrorists treating you? I am so irate about them. Like, I get it. Arno finishing nicely here. 8, 9, 9.5 watts a kilo out of Arno shooting here, dude. Just push it right to the finish. Look at this. No, just slacking at the end. Arno's going hard all the way, folks. Up to level 90th place finished here. But yeah, so it's kind of like, I think Canada and the US, like, we're best neighbors. We're kind of like best friends. And then one day, it all changes. And I get that some of it is probably our fault. Like, our military sucks. Well, I shouldn't say that, because anyone that is in the military I respect a lot. But the Canadian military used to be something to be feared. Like, we didn't get drafted. When wars broke out, we volunteered. Thank you. World War I and World War II, that's how it worked. Eventually, they did implement a draft, but Canadians have done stuff all over the world. Then they started, like, just not spending any money on it. We're not doing our part for NATO. I saw the spending yesterday. I think we're at 1.4% of GDP, and the NATO requirement is 2%. So we're kind of bad that way. But does that mean we should be tariffed to death? I don't think so. It should be better discussions like, hey guys, because I would be all on board for spending more on the military. I believe we need to contribute more. We kind of let it slide. And if that costs us more, if we have to take away from other programs, so be it. But to get tariffed to death by your neighbor, no, dude, not cool, because guess what? We're just going to fight back. There's 3 states. There's 1.5 million homes in Michigan, Minnesota, and New York, apparently, that get their electricity directly from Canada. They've already threatened to turn it off. Like, we are not messing around. Ontario buys more alcohol from the US of A than any other place in the world. Guess what, folks? All alcohol from the States in Ontario is off the shelves. It's like, you. Do not mess with us. Yeah, it's like getting stabbed in the back. You feel like your best friend just cheated on you or something. So tariffs, whatever. Although, and you know, some of the stuff that dude's done, it's gotten results. It's just kind of, I don't know. Yeah. If I say anything politically, people are going to get mad at me. So I'll get some stupid comments. And if you leave stupid, ooh, look at this dude coming here. Harden Emo coming in with Melnays and CP 1973. John Hellick 66 rolling as well, folks. Yeah, once in a while I get some stupid comments on my YouTube. Guess what? I delete them. Bye-bye. I think I mentioned it a few days ago. I was talking about Dr. Disrespect, who used to be a game streamer, and I guess he apparently did some stuff that was a bit shady, which I didn't know about. And someone posted something like, oh, I watched until you mentioned Dr. Disrespect's name. Bye. No, dude, bye to you, because I don't care. I don't know anything about him. I just used to see his videos like 10 years ago. I don't follow him on social media. I don't follow his life. Like, maybe you do. I don't. Bye-bye. You know, just kind of a snotty thing to say, like, dude, I have to keep talking the whole time. Claude 1963 coming in. Des Dyer, yeah. We're going to finish this one today with Des. Des is here for every ride, folks. Des, level 90 rider here. Level 90. Okay, guys, you've heard my race commentary. You have heard my, here we go. Okay. Let me just catch up here with some folks. Tanya's here again. Penelope's here. Kyle's decided to call me Jolin. I spell my name with an X now. Hey, Colin, the virtual shifting is brilliant. Awesome, Kyle. Glad it worked for you. Kyle's using Zwift Cog, Zwift Clicker. Kyle, you don't even need to replace those cables. If that's your inside biking bike, I wouldn't even fix them. Julia's here hanging there calling. I am in my 40s going back to school for an engineering degree. I will be 50. She says, if I graduate. When you graduate, Julia, don't ever think that way about yourself. Think higher. Think higher. And you know what? I thought about that myself too. I'm just going to bounce back a little bit here, folks. Go back to Bosch. I mean, I've been off so long doing stupid little things that I could have taken a new degree. Like I could have, yeah, like, so I'm kind of stressed about it. I am kind of thinking about doing something quickly, but what do I do? What do I do quickly as I'm running out of time? Because that's kind of how I feel. I don't even like to think that way. It really stresses me out. Julia saying, yeah, Julia, you will graduate, and so awesome for you to go back to school and get an engineering degree. Love it. Absolutely love it. She says Trump will blink. I don't think it will be as bad as many are speculating. Yeah, he already has blinked. He's put up 1 month, I guess, suspension on the car bans because it would hurt Americans so bad. Basically, I think it was a heavy duty Dodge Ram pickup truck that was 90,000 instantly becomes 120 grand overnight. No one's going to pay that because they're not worth that. But yeah, lots of stuff for us. Like, I don't know, like the liberal government here screwed it up for us big time because we're trying to find new markets for our oil and gas now. But they shut down our pipelines a few years back. Remember good old Joe Biden and Justin Trudeau? They shut down our pipeline. One of the pipelines to the States, but we needed to be expanding in other directions as well. But a lot of people in Canada, they're afraid of pipelines. Everything is transported by pipeline. I don't know what you guys are thinking. So now we don't have access to other markets. Although I think they're working really hard on it now. And I think Trump just gave Canada a good reality check. Maybe that was good for us. We do need to be looking for other trading partners. Why do we rely on them so much? It's been so easy. But now they kind of stabbed us in the back, so bye-bye. And I know tons of people that are not traveling to the States now. I saw something a few days ago. The number one travelers to the United States of America, because it makes sense, it's so easy, are Canadians. Over 20 million visits per year. And I don't think that was just like, I think that was families. So like if a family went, that would count as one. If one dude went, that would count as one. If 6 people went, that would count as one, like in a group. Yeah, my brother, he's not going to Vegas anymore. It's all canceled. I saw someone cancel a trip to Disney World. And they lost money because they do not want to go. It's just like a slap to the face. So, yeah, different world, folks, different world. Anyway, guys, I'm going to jump off, get ready for my next stream, 12:30 now. Thanks for watching. Julia, good luck going back to school. I know you're going to rock it. Keep us informed as to what's going on. Anyways, guys, you got to roll. See you soon.